much.
Yeah. What would you, if you could give one piece of advice to a new entrepreneur trying to build a system from scratch or scale something that's maybe stuck to get it restarted again, what would you tell them?
What I would tell them is to keep in mind that all work works. And I picked this up from one of my mentors, Myron Golden, and it's also a proverb, Proverbs 14:23. In all labor there is profit. I think a lot of times in entrepreneurship, we get so stuck on thinking on how to execute something that we waste a lot of time. Where Henry Ford says, I take quick, decisive action and I readjust if needed very slowly. So it's like making moves quick, making quick decisions, and then seeing how that's going to work. Where a lot of times what we don't realize is even if it didn't work, the work worked on us. It may have not worked for us, like we didn't get the intended result, but it worked on us. It taught us something about ourselves. It taught us something about the sales system we have, our operations. So that's what I love to encourage entrepreneurs on is like just take massive action. Just
Yep.
continue to take massive action. I just had this today with this guy that manages YouTube channels, and he wanted to go through this whole process. I'm like, no, I've seen your results. You were referred by somebody else. Like, what's the cost? And he's like, well, I don't want to give you the cost without telling you everything because that was like $5,000 a month. But I'm like, no, I've already seen the results. If you work, I don't need to know how it all works. My brain power doesn't need to understand YouTube. That's why I'm paying you $5,000 a month to understand it for me. I'm
Yep.
like, send me over the paperwork, you know, and because I knew that was the next thing I needed to do in my business is I need to focus on blowing up my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's good. And I think with so much information readily available, it's easy to get paralyzed and analyzing data and thinking we need one more class, we need one more piece of information, we need one more thing before we actually take action. And you're absolutely
Yeah,
right. You're going to learn more from an action that goes poorly than you will from inaction at all.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of times the action that you take, yeah, that is a total failure. It's really not a failure. It's you just learned something extremely important that it's going to be a guiding principle for you for years to come.
Yep. And maybe it makes you like your franchisee earlier, maybe it makes you realize what you're currently doing isn't what you want to do, but it opens you up and gives you the skills to do the thing you really want to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the journey. You're making forward movement, so you can always adjust. But if you're not making movement, you're really going backwards because your life is moving forward, whether you're making action, taking action or not.
Yeah, I call that momentum, right? We always want to be in front of the momentum we're creating, not sitting there having it come backwards on us.
Yeah, yeah. And once you have that momentum for you, like with me talking about this $5,000 YouTube thing, one of your listeners might be thinking right now, like, holy smokes, $5,000 YouTube? Well, let me rewind 2 years ago when I first started like $25 a day on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go, 25 bucks a day. Lord help me. And now we spend, I don't even know what we spend. We spend a thousand or more a day just in our YouTube ads. But right, we took that, we made a decision, we started stepping forward, and
Yep,
that forward movement brought clarity.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. You didn't blindly do it. You didn't go the first step. Let me throw $1,000 on an ad. You did $25. And when that
Exactly.
$25 returned you an investment, you're like, okay, I'm gonna guess there was other steps between 25 and 1,000 that you continued to monitor. And now you're getting feedback that the
Yeah.
action you took actually does the profit, does what you're trying to get it to do.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of times that's where, to talk to that a bit about like paid advertising, that's where a lot of companies get in trouble is because when I first started doing paid advertising, I'm like, these guys are like, yeah, you got to let this run for 30 days, and then we readjust. And I'm like, y'all are just trying to sign me up for this long-term program. I thought they were trying to scam me. But now that I've been doing this marketing for years and I'm okay with spending a decent amount of money on advertising, I've realized, no, it's true. You do need to collect the data slowly, learn your audience, learn your avatar, learn how to speak to them and how to connect with them. And it is a process. and it's going to cost you some time. It's going to cost you some money. And you could say you're going to make mistakes, but really you're gathering data is what you're doing. You're collecting data, you're learning, you're adjusting. We do that every Monday morning. I meet with my marketing manager. We look at all of our metrics and we make one change based on everything we see. We run that for the week. We see how that one change, helped us.